So hello and welcome to one of my first videos in a very, very long time. For those of you who have been following me on social media, my Instagram, my Facebook pages, you'll probably know this already. But around about 5 weeks ago today, actually exactly 5 weeks ago today, I announced that I will be doing a charity event on behalf of Alder Hey Children's Hospital and my niece Emily. I ultimately decided to do this to raise money and raise awareness for the charity because my niece has been sort of under the care, under the wings of Alder Hey and all of the surgeons, consultants, neurologists, etc. at Alder Hey since she was around about 10 months old when she was initially diagnosed with epilepsy. Since then, for a number of years, she's been suffering with a lot of major seizures in and out of the hospital. And within the next couple of months, based on results from an EEG scan that she had over a 4 or 5 day period just a number of weeks ago, it is highly likely that she's going to be undergoing some brain surgery to essentially remove the, I suppose, the microscopic aspect of the brain that's contributing to the root cause of these seizures that she's having. Fingers crossed, once she's had a bit of a pre-op with the neurologists and the neurosurgeons, she's going to be having this brain surgery in and around early 2022. So a number of my family friends, colleagues of my family, and also the nursery that Emily used to go to when she was a little bit younger, have got together and decided to raise a large number of money for Alder Hey Children's Hospital. In an attempt to help that and build the accumulated value of that money, I decided to run 7 marathons in 7 days, which I'll be doing in and around mid-January. Now, as I said earlier, I decided on this 5 weeks ago today, so I've completed 4 weeks of training so far. Today marked session 1 of week 5 of what essentially is going to be a 16-week training block. That 16 weeks will lead me up to mid-January, which is where I aim to do the runs. Now, in terms of routes, I'm not overly entirely sure yet. I got off the phone to Freedom camper van motorhome hire the other day, who also very kindly sponsor the rally company that I work for. And they've incredibly generously said that they will support me during the week of my runs by providing me with a vehicle. So what that means essentially is that I can go and do the 7 marathons in some more adventurous, more scenic locations rather than having to run out of my front door each and every day, which would be mind-numbing and monotonously boring. So it means that I'm going to have somewhere to sleep, I'm going to have cooking facilities, etc., no matter where I am, where I go. And it means that there's going to be less travel between each day, which will make things much easier from a recovery perspective. Now, essentially the reason why I chose 7 marathons, I have done a marathon before. I ran Rome Marathon, I believe, in and around, I think it was around 2010, 2011. And shortly after that, I also run the Chester Marathon. However, it's been a good 10, 11 years since I ran a marathon. I didn't like it. I didn't enjoy it. I still do not like running. I hate running. I'm 6'1", I'm 17 stone. I'm not built for running at all. However, I wanted to choose something that was going to be a challenge. I wanted to choose something that was going to frighten me into having to train for something. If it was an event that I could already get through comfortably, then it just wouldn't have the same impact. So my fundraising efforts, if you like, aren't just the week long of marathons, the 7 marathons in 7 days, but also the journey up to it. Now, again, I've been posting a lot of this information on social media so far, the likes of my Instagram page, my Facebook page, even the likes of LinkedIn, and I've had an incredible response so far. To all of those of you who have already donated to the cause, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, from all of my family, and no doubt my niece Emily, a massive thank you. So far, we've raised just over £1,700. So within 4 weeks of the 16-week journey, if you like, we've raised well over, a quarter of the target. Our aim, or my aim, should I say, is to raise £5,000 to top up what's already been raised by other people within my family and also Emily's nursery to get the total fundraising efforts to around about 10,000. So £1,700 so far, which is amazing. And I will put the link below in the description of this video. So if any of you guys are in a position to help by sponsoring, donating to this event, to this cause, again, it would be generously, enormously, should I say, appreciated. And it, you know, it would go a long way. Even just a small donation, every little pound helps. So today's session, similar to the common theme, the structure of my training over the last 4 or 5 weeks. I start the week with a more intense session, and by intense, I'm not necessarily referring to the difficulty, but in terms of the overall pace of my run. So today consisted of a speed session. Speed sessions over the last 4 weeks have been 60 seconds on, 60 seconds off. However, today I wanted to up the overall volume and ultimately try and build some speed endurance. So I was running 5 rounds or 5 reps, if you like, of 1 kilometer intervals or 1 kilometer repeats. My aim is to run them slightly faster than 5K pace. That pace allowed me to focus on my running technique, on my cadence. It allowed me to focus on kind of leaning forward into the run so that I was landing mid-foot rather than overstriding and landing heel first. A big importance really to help reduce injury and fatigue in the lower leg. And overall the session went incredibly well. I've been suffering's too strong of a word. I've been experiencing, should we say, some aches and pains in my calf, my ankles, my feet. And that's just inevitable given the fact that I'm 17 stone, 6'1", and I'm not a runner, nor do I run, and I haven't run for years. It's just my body adapting to the ever-increasing volume and distance that I'm putting on my body. I have been using the Normatec compression boots that I'm very fortunate to have here at Cheshire Barbell quite regularly, and I've also been utilising some compression socks or calf guards by both Hoob and 2XU, which have been instrumental in helping me recover. I was originally sleeping in them of a night time, and they were helping ease pain, but I've since been running in them over the last couple of sessions, and my calves and shins have been great. Today I didn't wear them for the first time, with it being a shorter, faster session. I knew that my technique would be a little bit better because my technique tends to be at a faster pace. And sort of to add to that, I wanted to experience whether or figure out whether the pain was still there. I don't want to be masking any symptoms by wearing them constantly. Whilst I will be able to wear the compression socks on my marathons, I ultimately want to be able to listen to my body as much as I can. So I didn't wear them today. Fortunately, no pain, no aches, nothing at all. My legs are feeling great. I feel very recovered. Good night's sleep last night, which is unusual for me. Sleep is something that I definitely need to work on myself. But overall, a really good session. Double day training today. I've got a lower body training session later on, so I'll take you guys through that. I'll bring you with me and show you some of the footage. But right now, I am going to get changed, get dry. This sweaty, wet sponge on my face that's called beard, need to sort that out. And I'm going to go and pick my son up from preschool, get him sorted, have a bit of a bit of time with him, and then I will take you guys with me to my session later on. School today?
Nothing!
What did you do to get all muddy and dirty?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Just combining.
Combining with a combine harvester?
Yeah. No.
And then did you bale the bales?
No. No tractors.
No tractors?
Just me.
Give me a kiss.
No.
Oh, damn it. What do you want to find?
Bucket!
A New Holland? You don't like New Hollands?
Yes!
No.
I like Massey Ferguson's.
Do you like Massey Ferguson's?
Yeah, and New Holland.
And what about John Deere's?
Yeah.
Do you?
And my tractors.
He's not getting in the way, is he?
No. But that bike car is getting in the way.
I know. Tell him to move.
Move! Quick! Move on that side!
Say, excuse me.
Excuse me, move on away, please.
Good boy. Get ready to sing.
Are you ready? Tractor Ted is asleep in his shed as the cockerel says good morning.
Sing.
So much to do, Farmer Tom and Mish too down on the farm exploring.
Sing.
Welcome to the farm with Tractor Ted. Let's go see the farm with Tractor Ted.
It's really noisy, that
Come on.
tractor is.
My hand. My hand.
No, I didn't climb up. I don't fall. The mini tick on the beach and you missed it.
So as you'll have just seen, I've just been to Chester to pick up the little fella from preschool. Just a bit of time with him, playing with a few of the toys that we've got here at the gym. My partner, Abby, is going to be leaving home shortly to come here to pick him up so that we can take him back, get him fed, bathed, and ready for bed for an early night. In the meantime, I've got a session on in about 20 minutes' time with a rally driver that I work with. Shortly afterwards, I've got 3 or 4 of the athletes that I work with here at the gym coming over, during which time I'm going to be getting my strength session in today, which is a lower body strength session. Now, it's a double day session for me today, and I try and get leg sessions in at least once per week, if not twice per week, depending on the overall volume of my endurance training. For me, it's incredibly important to maintain my strength training. Olympic weightlifting, variations of powerlifting and strongman have been a massive part of my training over the last 10, 11 years. I'm not an endurance athlete. I'm definitely a strength athlete. However, in the overall aim, the bigger picture, trying to achieve what I want to achieve for the 7 marathons in 7 days, obviously endurance training has to take a priority, but a very big goal of mine is to not lose any of my strength. If anything, to try and gain a little bit of strength over the course of the next 16 weeks to help mainly with injury prevention and performance, the ability to propel and produce force into the ground when I run so that I improve my times overall. I will go into that in more detail over the coming weeks and months. If you guys have got any questions for me at all with regard to the type of training that I do, then you're more than welcome to drop some questions in the comments box below. In the meantime, I'm going to go and get ready. Abby's going to be coming shortly to get Ollie, and I'll be getting ready for the session with the rally driver, a few of the guys that are coming into the gym, and I'll record some of the footage from today's training session, which is mainly going to be box squats. So that's the lower body strength session done for today. As I said earlier, my focus was on straight bar box squats to a 16-inch box. Today I worked up to a top set at 80 to 85% of a previous max. The reason for keeping the intensity relatively low in comparison to what I've done earlier is purely because I'm at the start of a strength training cycle and I'm monitoring fatigue and trying not to burn out too soon. I'll be increasing the intensity week by week over the next 4 or 5 weeks. Following the top set, I dropped the bar to 60% of that top set and performed 3 sets of 10, where my primary focus though was both on technique and also breathing technique. My main reason for keeping strength training in here is obviously for injury prevention and also longevity. A very big part of me doing this event is staying injury free. If I get any niggles, any aches, any pains as a result of the increase in running volume, then I'm not going to be able to do this event, let's say, in a way in which I'd like to. I don't want to have to walk on these events. I don't want to have to, go really, really slow on these runs. Ideally, I'd like to be trying to hit a reasonable time across the 7 days. Of course, because it's for charity, regardless of what happens in the meantime, I will complete the distance no matter what. If I have to walk it, I'll walk it. But my aim is to keep strength training as much as possible whilst minimizing fatigue in order to keep my performance relatively high and also stay injury free. Following the squats, I did a number of assistance exercises. You first saw me do some glute ham raises. I did this as a challenge set. So what I do there is I do 1 rep, 5-second rest, 2 reps, 5-second rest, 3 reps, 5-second rest, and continue to go until as many reps as I possibly can. I did the same challenge set on sissy squats for the quadriceps, and then I finished the session with some quarter reps on the glute ham raise again for the hamstrings. The higher rep stuff is not there for bodybuilding purposes. It's there to help with the health of the joints. Higher rep stuff helps increase circulation. It helps increase robustness and endurance of the joints. So that is the main reason why I keep those in. And it's a really good workout too, good way of getting the heart rate up. So that's it for today. Tomorrow I will be doing an upper body strength session as well as a session on the turbo trainer on the bike. I'm just about to leave the gym at the moment, so it will be home, probably around about 45-50 minute commute where I'll get my tea, probably get a hot bath, get the little fella to bed before it all starts again tomorrow. As I said earlier, if you're in a position to donate to the charity, then it would be enormously appreciated by everyone involved. I will put a link to my GoFundMe page in the description below. Please do not be intimidated by the larger donations that some people have put on there. A couple of individuals or businesses have donated quite large figures. Don't be intimidated. Don't feel as though you have to do that also. Every single pound helps. If every single person that I had on my social media platforms donated just £1, I would have £8,000 already. So please, as I say, don't feel intimidated by the larger ones. Anything at all helps. If you're not in a position to donate, I completely understand. But one way in which you can really help is by sharing these posts. As well as trying to raise funds, we're also trying to raise awareness for the charity. So sharing these posts will reach acquaintances, colleagues, friends, family members, etc. And it might just so be that, someone that you have on your social media platform maybe can also resonate or relate to the charity that we're donating for and raising money for, and they might want to also donate to the cause. So I'm going to look to try and get one of these videos out to you guys, maybe around about once a week if I can. Obviously, I've got other commitments outside of this charity and the training for it with regard to work and everything else. So once a week is my aim at the moment. It might get more regular as time goes on, but if you're in a position to donate, then please do. It'd be greatly appreciated. I will keep you updated along the way. If you want to see more regular updates on a daily basis, then go across to my social media, my Instagram, Carl_Cheshire Barbell. You'll be able to get more information there. But until the next video, I will see you soon.